These are the celebrities you're going to want to pay attention to this week ahead of the Scorpio new moon happening on November 20th. In case you missed it, this is a new moon happening at 28 degrees Scorpio, which is going to be pretty important if you have late degrees in Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. So first up, we have Kris Jenner. Here we have her Venus in Scorpio at 29 degrees. Venus in Scorpio here also rules her second house of money, resources. It also rules the ninth house of publishing, broadcasting. It's in her third house of communication. So social media. Maybe there's some news. Maybe there's like a magazine article or something coming out this week. Or maybe, I heard her plastic surgeon was super popular at her birthday party. Maybe there's like a beauty brand announcement that's coming up. But then also, obviously, we recently heard Britney Spears or saw pictures of Britney Spears hanging out with the Kardashians. And there are rumors that Kris wants to get involved in rehabbing Britney. So we shall see. Next up, we have Katy Perry, and this is happening on her South Node in Scorpio. She's a Scorpio stellium. She's like very, very Scorpionic, so you can't kill her. She will always come back. But this is interesting. A new moon activating the South Node, maybe old habits, especially with Mars and Capricorn. So pay attention to maybe like news about her comeback, maybe more about her relationship, maybe revisiting old relationship matters. It's a very potent week for that, especially with Mercury retrograde and the past is coming back up. So maybe she's like also having realizations about her past relationship, a current relationship. Like there's a whole lot of clarity oriented around relationships, but again, also a lot about artistic breakthrough potentially as part of this comeback. We also have Sydney Sweeney, who is going through a not so great time on the internet, but maybe a pretty solid time IRL. But anyway, who knows? Either way, this is a new moon in Scorpio happening on her Scorpio rising at 28 degrees. And speaking of the Scorpio rising at 28 degrees, you're also going to pay attention to Justin Bieber. Because Mercury and Uranus are opposing each other and the sun's opposing Uranus, maybe look out for some like erratic Justin Bieber behavior on social media, which could always be interesting. But also like creative projects, like announcements, things of that nature, maybe relationship stuff could, again, also be very interesting for Justin Bieber. But also because there is a lot of fifth house activation and a lot of Cancer in the air. I mean, there is a lot maybe about parenthood here. So, it could be something interesting involving his kids or maybe another announcement surrounding his kids. And then you have Beyonce with her Uranus and Moon in Scorpio, Lilith in Scorpio in the 8th house, ruled by Mars in that 5th. Is there a creative project coming? Are we finally getting Act 3? Is there something that we've long been talking about that she's finally going to announce? Because this would be a very interesting, not to say week for it, but watch for an announcement to maybe come in like a couple of weeks when Mercury clears